Yeah.
I'm going live. I am going live. I am live. What up, everybody? Let's see. Are we here? We are here. Welcome, everyone, to bkONE streaming series. We're back tonight. Let's get to the page here. And we're so happy. This is going to be a good one, guys. This is going to be a really, really good one. We have teamed up with a fantastic playwright, Brooklyn guy through and through. Fantastic. He's worked with a lot of the groups here. Fred Stropel, you guys know his family, his wife Liz, Liz Cash, Betty Cash, of course, an icon in Brooklyn theater. So we're so happy to be working with Fred. We've got some plays lined up. We're going to do the first play tonight of his called Ghost. What's really cool about this, and is only possible because we're streaming, is we're working with Anton Koval, who is currently in Montreal in Canada. We are working with Walter Costello, who recently moved out to Washington State, the Seattle area. So we've got multiple countries, multiple timelines. We've got Stephanie Sotilli, of course, here in Jersey. So we have to keep the East Coast represented as always, and myself here in Staten Island and Brooklyn. But to have and to be able to work with Walter and Anton is kind of a gift. So we're kind of digging this creativity. This is a really good show. Just before we start, I added like a little donate button. Not going heavy on fundraising, but if you guys can spare a couple of bucks just to keep and offset some of the expenses as we have to buy like adapters and programs and stuff like that, and just to keep us going, keep us strong, we'd really appreciate that. So pop that donate button. Also, our store on TeePublic is selling masks. Any of the designs on that store are available in mask form. So if you buy a mask from our store at TeePublic, you can find us at bkONE Productions or Pop Centralists there on TeePublic. You get a mask, and then they also donate a mask to first responders. So it's kind of cool. You get a custom mask that you like, that you will hopefully and have to wear, and they donate through their companies a medical grade first responder mask. So just keep that in mind. Share this out. Let lots of people know we'll be back next week as well. And I present to you Ghost by Frederick Stropel, starring Walter Costello, Anton Koval, and Stephanie Sotilli. Enjoy, guys. This is a great one.
Hamlet. Hamlet. Hey, didn't you hear me calling you?
Oh, yeah. Hi, Dad.
What the hell are you doing?
I'm reading. You know, I always like to read before I soliloquize.
You're supposed to be avenging my death. Didn't I make it clear to you the last time?
Well, yeah, you did.
So what are you sitting around here for? Get going.
I mean, gee, Dad, I don't know. All right? I don't know. I'm very ambivalent about the whole situation. Yeah.
I don't want to hear any more of that ambivalent crap. This is the third time I've had to come back from hell to light a fire under your ass. And this time I want to see some action.
Okay, fine. But it seems a little premature to act now. I don't have any real proof.
What do you mean, proof? I told you. They killed me, the two of them. They poured poison in the porches of my ear. In my ear.
Yes, okay, but I have to say, Dad, that always sounded a little contrived to me. Who puts poison in someone's ear? I would put it in a goblet or, on the tip of a sword.
Don't tell me what happened, you little punk. I was there. Yeah, I was napping in the orchard, as I do after my customary afternoon nap.
Yeah, sure. After you've had a few drinks.
Hey, don't be a wise ass. I'm the king, and I'll drink as much as I goddamn please. Anyway, I was sleeping it off, and that weasel, Claudia, snuck up on me. I never trusted that little turd. Even when he was a kid, he had this pea shooter, and every time I turned my back.
Oh, right. I mean, all this may be true, Dad, but I mean, like Uncle Claudius seems like an awfully nice fella to me. I mean, he took me fishing in the fjord a couple of times, and he sent me money when I was at Wittenberg, which is way more than you ever did.
Oh, he's an incestuous, adulterate beast, a murderer.
Don't you mean a murderer?
Whatever. In odious treachery, did Claudius usurp the crown and the queen, and I charge you from beyond the grave to spill this false king's ignoble blood in just and brutal vengeance. Now hop to it.
Maybe, you know what? Maybe I should just maybe talk it out with him first, you know? I mean, he may have had a very, very sound reasons for acting the way he did. I mean, all this talk about blood and vengeance. It's it's just a little medieval. Eh?
Why do I always have to go through this song and dance with you? I ask you to do a simple thing, like take out the garbage, groom the steeds, and you always have a smart ass answer.
What? You're always giving me orders, like I'm some little kid. I'm not.
Trying to build your character. I don't want you to grow up to be weak and indecisive.
I am the product of a modern world, all right, Dad? And I'm grappling with conflicts and issues that you couldn't begin to comprehend.
It's that goofy girlfriend of yours, isn't it? The one who's always reading poems and singing moronic songs. She's the one who's got you addlepated.
Ophelia. Ophelia. Ophelia is a sweet, amiable creature. Well, maybe she is a touch neurotic.
She's a babbling twit. What you need is an old-fashioned wench to straighten you out. Have you had a wench yet, son? Do you want me to set you up?
Oh, please. Okay, I don't need my dead father to help me get laid, okay? Come on.
And those two jokers you're always hanging around, Rosenblum and Goldenwasser.
Well, it's Rosencrantz and Guildenstern, all right? And they're old college buddies.
Oh, college buddies, huh? They look like a couple of Nancy boys to me.
Whoa, Dad. That is so incorrect.
I'm telling you, ditch those fairies and do something manly. How do you expect to be king if you're afraid to get a little blood on your hands?
You know what? Maybe I don't want to be king, huh? Did you ever think of that? And frankly, I'd rather be a writer. And I want to write children's stories.
Children's stories.
Yes. And for instance, there's the story of the ugly duckling and little Thumbelina. Why, she's no bigger than your thumb. It's so cute.
Oh, that is just grand. You're going to be a real credit to Denmark, you are. Well, I don't care what you do with yourself, as long as you kill my brother, cut out his heart, and stick his head on a pike. That's all I'm asking.
But he's not only your brother and my uncle, okay? He's also my mother's husband. So that poses an interesting psychological construct. I mean, how do I know I'm not imagining you? Huh? I mean, you could be like this symbolic manifestation of my hidden Oedipal longings. Ow! What the
How's that for imagining?
man? Listen, Mom told you not to hit me anymore. Come on, not in the head.
Listen, you whiny milksop. I don't want to hear another word about your psyche or your longings or your dopey kitty stories. I just want you to kill your goddamn uncle. And I mean right now.
Hamlet! Yoo-hoo!
Hark, thy mother approacheth. I will remain herein, yet you will see me not.
Why not?
Because I'm a ghost, you idiot!
Hamlet! Your dinner's ready. I made a nice goulash.
Mother, I was just talking to my father, the king.
Your father, the king? Now don't tease me. You know full well that your father, the king, is in Copenhagen for the pastry convention.
I mean, I don't mean Claudius, okay? I mean my real father, King Hamlet.
But Hamlet, your real father is dead. God rest his soul. And good riddance to him, the miserable rat bastard.
And yet we spoke, for I have had converse with his ghost.
Your father's ghost was here and you didn't call me.
Well, look, I mean, I'm afraid that he's a little upset with you, Mom. A little bit.
Oh, and why is that?
Well, I'm going to tell you because he says that you and Uncle Claudius had an affair behind his back, and then you conspired to kill him.
Oh, he's a goddamn liar. Everyone knows that he fell off the high parapet in the castle and landed headfirst into the royal sump after one of his all-night drunks.
Well, he says that you and Claudius dragged him up there and threw him off after you poured poison into the porches of his ear.
We poured poison in his ear?
I know. It's, it sounded like a stretch to me too, so.
Look, Hamlet, I hate to say this, but your father was a louse and a bum and one of the worst kings we ever had.
She lies.
He says you lie.
Look at his record. He bankrupted the treasury. He levied taxes against the poor instead of the rich. And he kept executing the wrong nobles because he couldn't get their names straight.
She lies.
Still lying. That's what he says.
And he was no warrior. He didn't know one end of the horse from the other. He was bombed off his ass the time we fought the Jutes.
We fought the Jutes?
Our noble Claudius had to cover for him every time. He's the only one who saved the kingdom. So, of course, I fell happily into his bed. He was the only real man I ever knew. Your father was chronically impotent. A limp noodle from day one.
Oh, the monstrous, hateful bitch!
Is she lying?
No, but there's no reason to get personal.
Hamlet, I know you loved your father dearly. But by and large, he was a worthless piece of dung, and whether he died or we killed him, it was a blessing for all concerned. So let's not dwell on the subject any further, shall we? Come on, your goulash is getting cold.
Oh, that woman certainly can nurse a grudge.
Dad, I don't know what to say.
Just forget it. You always took her side anyway, you mousy little mama's boy. I'm going to go see if I can find a drink around here before that frigging cock crows.
Fine. Oh, the time is out of joint. Oh, cursed spite! But then the duckling saw that he was a swan, all snowy white. Oh, that's really good. That's really good.
Yes. That's our show. Come, actors, come on back. That's so awesome. Oh my God, that's so much fun. So this is wonderful. We have the cast of Ghost here: Anton Koval, Walter Costello, and Stephanie Satilli. How are you guys?
Just great.
Walter, what time is it right now by you?
It's 6:15 in the evening.
6:15. You have so much more of the day left for you.
Yeah.
This is wonderful. Again, to be able to work with you guys and to work different time zones, different countries, it kind of is sort of a dream in a way. And it's kind of cool to be creative in this way. Thank you so much to everybody who came out and watched. This was a really fun one. Thank you to Fred, our playwright. We're going to do a lot more by you, and we look forward to producing more of your work. Yes, Anton.
Hey, this quarantine is a bit of a blessing.
Yes.
In disguise. In creative disguise.
In creative, yeah. It's
because we can work together.
That's right. The opportunity being given to see these wonderful faces and stuff is very nice. So thank you so much. Last thing I just want to plug is that Eric Fitzgerald did a video with Walter where he interviewed Walter about his experiences in community theater and theater in Brooklyn. So catch that out. That's on YouTube. And Walter also today, Eric today, not Walter.
Like what?
What did Walter do? Eric also did an interview with Michael Coluccio, who is one of the founding members here at Brooklyn One. So I'm going to leave that link. Thank you guys so much. Thank you. See you guys next time.
Next Thursday.
Next Thursday, and maybe more. We don't know. Anything's possible. And we'll probably see Walter again because now that he's done one. Oh yeah, Walter, you're coming back. So
great.
All right.
You're stuck now, Walter. You're stuck.
Take care. Take care. Good night, everybody. Good night.
Bye,